Good morning everyone and welcome to Television. I'm Ella Hall-Smith and this is my partner on the show, Tilly Thompson. We are doing an exclusive segment on how men and women are portrayed differently in the media. We all know from common knowledge that the media influences people in many different ways on how men and women are seen.
One of them being the stereotypes of men and women. Example, men are seen as a silly father type, aka the buffoon, the one who finds everything funny and has no responsibility whatsoever. The media says, typically, men are portrayed as active, adventurous, powerful, sexually aggressive, and largely uninvolved in human relationships. Just as constant with cultural views of gender. Perceptions of women as sexual objects who are usually young, thin, beautiful, passive, dependent, and often incompetent and dumb.
We found from our research that there are many ads and TV shows that portray men and women in a stereotypical way. Like in a YouTube clip, a man's a boss, a woman's bossy.
Worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, and their tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression. Mad world, mad world.
Is showing how men and women are seen by some people. The woman being always angry and showing off, whereas the men are seen as gods, who are the boss and get people to agree with them better than they would with women.
We have also found that almost 4 in 10 businesses in G7 countries have no women in senior management positions. Globally, the proportion of senior business roles held by women stands at 24%, up slightly from 22% in 2015.
Some TV shows even portray men and women differently. For example, Grey's Anatomy. Season 1.
God, I hate nurses. I'm Alex. I'm with Jeremy. You're with the Nazi, right?
She may not have pneumonia, you know. She could be splinting or have a PE.
Like I said, I hate nurses.
What did you just say? Did you just call me a nurse?
Oh, the white cat Fritz.
Where one character, Alex, calls all the lady doctors nurses just because they are women. This is an example of men and women being portrayed differently.
Next, we're going to talk about stereotypes.
For those of you who don't know what a stereotype is, it is a widely held but fixed and oversimplified image or idea of a particular type of person or thing. Some of the stereotypes we have researched are the man being the buffoon, meaning silly father type, that commonly appears on TV and sitcoms. The women being the pushovers, the flirts, the ones who can't handle any technical skills and are not fit to be leaders.
We all know that women are the strong ones. This stereotype is commonly known around the world. Most politicians will mention that women are unfit to be political leaders. Cleaning ads often don't have men in them because many people believe that men are unable to do housework and look after the kids.
Usually stereotypes are known as nonsensical and is usually offensive towards its target. Another example of a stereotype is this.
This is a stereotype because girls don't need to have a beach body to go to the beach. You don't need to look like a Victoria's Secret model. Dreaming. We do have a film about our topic. It is called Love a Comeback. Jerry Webster, the main character, played by Rock Hudson, uses alcohol and women to ensure contracts for his agency. This was made in 1961 and is a comedy romance.
It portrays men and women differently because the man is the boss and uses women. Film industries affect people by always making the man the hero and hardly ever the women being the hero. This is gender equality. Why not give the women a go for once?
The way people treat men and women differently can be shown through these 6 pictures that Anti-Feminism Australia posted on Facebook. They show how men are seen as perverted and creepy if they look at a woman the wrong way. But then the woman does the same thing and it is seen as flirting.
The first picture is showing when a woman hits a man and when a man hits a woman. The next one is when a woman kisses a man, it's cute and romantic. But when vice versa, it is an offense and perverted. The third one is a woman looking at a man and it is seen as flirting. But when a man looks at a woman, he will be shunned.
The fourth shows a woman splitting the bill and she's being independent. But when a man does the exact same thing, it is being cheap. The fifth picture is a woman needing help from a man. It's normal. But when a man asks for help, it is weak and seen as unnatural because people see men as the workers. The last picture is a man and a woman at a police station. The man is complaining that the woman is him, and the police doesn't care. But when the woman needs help because the man touched her, the police puts him behind bars.
These posts show how differently men and women are seen by some people. It's advertising because when men do the same thing as women, it is considered foul and rude. But when women do the exact same thing, it is considered normal and expected.
From the information we have gathered, we have summed up that men and women are seen very differently in the media's eyes. Stereotypes as social images are gathered to use against men and women.
These pictures and platforms help back up what we are trying to say. Men and women are portrayed differently in the media. Media can affect people in different ways by talking bad about their appearance or the way they live their lives.
The audience are very passive and take in this information without batting an eye. They believe everything they hear. Well, that's it for this segment, and we hope to see you next week when discussing if skinny jeans are in or out.